if I just call you a thief and you're a thief, is that defamation?
And I can prove that you're a thief.
Yeah. If I can call you corrupt
and I can
prove that you're corrupt, is that defamation?
Damages part. I can say that I want a public apology. I can say that I want you to retract the statement. For example, if it's on the newspaper or maybe on social media or something like that, you clearly say that I retract this and that. Or a demand for a public apology in addition to damages and all that.
So we've said that it's going to be the business that is going to sue if it's the business that has been
defamed.
Yeah. So also we should see the harm, like it was harmful to me.
Hello and welcome to the Sisters-in-Law podcast. My name is Beverly Mokaya and I'm here with
Aquila Mokaya. In this podcast, we discuss matters law.
From talking about employment law to tax law to human rights and generally matters law, we've got you covered.
Remember to like, share, subscribe and leave a comment down below.
So today, on today's episode, we started a series on rights, human rights, right? And we're just trying to debunk, how a right can be, someone can enjoy their rights and not limit the enjoyment of someone else's right. And today we want to talk about free speech and vis-a-vis defamation and hate speech. So for example, if someone says on X that a politician is corrupt, is that free speech or is it defamation? You'll know.
You'll find out.
You know the answer.
We'll find out the answer at the end of this episode.
Yeah. And if you insult someone on TikTok or on Instagram, is that free speech or is it defamation? Yeah. So those are the kind of the things. Lord have mercy. So those are the kind of things that we're going to try and answer during this episode.
Yeah.
So free speech, you all know, we have the right to free speech, freedom of speech.
We can always say what is on our mind.
Yeah. Now you can even type what is on your mind. Yeah. So it's just not saying, because nowadays we rarely meet in person. So you can say it on TikTok, Instagram or
LinkedIn, blah, blah,
anywhere. And but then now it's limited. The right is limited. You're not allowed to just insult people and incite people to violence just because you can talk, Yeah.
So I think as we go to defamation, what defamation is just basically having to say something that is, oh my God, that is very...
You have examples in your head that you can't use. Yeah, you can just say person X. You don't have to say names. You don't have to say names.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, defamation is just generally where you say something and it has the other person's personality.
Or business.
Or career, or just generally their lives, So, defamation can be in two ways. You could either write it on X or you could either say it. Yeah. So, we are going to have to debunk what can qualify to defamation. What can amount to defamation, because also, if I just call you a thief and you're a thief, is that defamation?
And I can prove that you're a thief.
Yeah. If I can call you corrupt
and I can
prove that you're corrupt, is that defamation? Because also, as we look at how to protect our rights, we always just can't come up with like defenses. Every time it's just that, oh, you said I'm a thief. Of course I'm a thief, but I get angry that you said I'm a thief. But I know, she knows, everybody knows that I'm a thief.
But not about he knows, she knows.
Everybody knows.
It's the truth. Evidence in court and things like that.
But it's actually truth. Like it's true that I'm actually a thief, or maybe I was even convicted, or things like, or maybe maybe I am corrupt. I've been
and there's actually a judgment against
me from court that of course I'm corrupt and whatnot.
So if someone calls me corrupt, that's not defamation.
Yes, it's just saying who you are. It's like calling me Aquila.
Yeah.
You understand?
So of course when you're talking about defamation, you'll hear words being thrown around like libel, slander. Libel is just what is published, written down. Yeah? Slander is what is is, you know, slanderous. Like someone said bad things about you. Usually hear, oh, I was slandered. Yeah, so like it's just someone saying something bad, negative about you that hurts your reputation. And you'll find that in some cases the government, in some cases the courts would want to see the damage. Yeah. You know, how does this damage your reputation? And how does this damage your business and things like that before they can issue you with damages? And yeah,
you know, something at this question I meant at the time we filed a matter for defamation, and then you know, like when of course we're going to debunk the qualifications or the things that make whatever something to become defamation or something, and he could not prove that he was hurt in any way. Yeah. He lost.
Oh yeah, even actually I also, in the previous firm where I used to work, there was also a case against a certain media, a certain my God, you know, like a certain media station, yeah, and someone was saying that she was slandered, or she not actually slandered because there was a report against her, and you know, they said that she did things that she did not do, but she could not prove the case. Yeah, because
so they need to see if you are harmed, actually.
Yeah, like, if you are harmed, and if it's you know, because if a media station reports on something that is true, you cannot say that it was defamation, because true statements is actually a defense against defamation.
I think we can just go straight to the elements of defamation. I think that would be the best way to title it. Just like the elements of defamation. So first, it should be false.
Yeah. By now you've picked that up already. Yeah.
Actually, the first thing is that it must be said or written.
Yeah.
Like it must be said first or written, and then it must be false. Because if it's true, of course, we've said it can't amount to defamation. It's just like calling me Mokaya, which is my name. So it must be false, and also it must be referring to the person.
Yeah.
If we just say, let's say, I'm the plaintiff, for example, but this press release maybe by, let's use Nation Media or Citizen, does not specifically name me, then I can't really go to court, because it must be directed to me as a person.
Yes.
Yeah, to me as a person.
Or business, for example. Now, if you're going for business, of course, now it's the business. If it's a company, it's a company that would sue. Yes.
Yes. So we've said that it's going to be the business that is going to sue if it's the business that has been defamed. Yeah. So also we should see the harm, like it was harmful to me. Like, let's say, for example, I ran a business.
And someone said that you sell expired products, you know, and it's not true.
Yeah, and
so you can't prove that I sold any expired products.
So I should prove,
or counterfeit products.
Yeah. We should be able to prove there's damage. There's damage to me.
I lost this amount of
money. Like maybe last month I made 100 million. This month I've made 10 million because people are now saying, like, it's gone viral that my products are counterfeit. Yeah. You know, like if as long as we have said like earlier, the defamation in itself must affect me, because even when we'll discuss later that before the court gives a determination, because there's a way you can get damages out of it. It must be able to be quantified.
And damages is just like compensation.
So like when we are going to court, for example, to like maybe go through the litigation process to say that I have been defamed, I've lost money and things like those, the court will want to know what is the extent of the damage, so that they can quantify how much they can reimburse me, because again, we know that damages, the purpose, the main purpose of the main purpose of damages is to return back the person to where they were before,
as much as it's possible.
Yeah, as much as it's possible. Yeah. Anyway, so I would go to like the last qualification or element.
Even before you go to that, like it's you know, we talked about business. For example, someone lost this amount of money in profits. Yeah, so that's easy to quantify when you're going to court. But it's not just that kind of damage that the court will compensate. You know, that's monetary damage, monetary compensation that you can get if you can prove it, like it's a liquidated amount, you know. But even if there's just damage to your reputation, you say, for example, I'm a public figure and you hurt my reputation, so you need to compensate me for that. So of course there's no specific amount that the court will give you, but the court can always refer to the previous cases that are similar to yours and determine how much you'll be compensated as a person. So don't just think that it's just, you know, when it's a business or something like that, but even if you damage someone's reputation and they don't have, like, you know, they can't prove monetary loss, you are still liable to compensate them.
So now in such an instance, the court is going to quantify by themselves.
By themselves. Looking at previous cases, previous similar cases. Yeah.
That makes sense.
And then the last,
thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So the last one should be, it must be said to a third party.
Yeah.
It cannot be something I thought,
or it can't be that I told you, and then you say, I've defamed you. You know, if I've told you and no one else has heard, you cannot claim defamation. Defamation
there must be a third party.
Yeah, it has to do with your damaging my reputation to other people and things like that. So it can't be like on a personal basis. I don't know what crime that is.
Yeah,
or what, you know.
Like you can't.
I'm going to court because you insulted me.
Like you can't damage me before me. You have to damage me before somebody else.
Before someone else. Yeah. Publish it or something like that. Yeah.
So I think now we can go to, like, what is the recourse? Like, what would the courts do once I go and report, or maybe once I file a suit on defamation?
Of course, we've said that.
Damages.
The damages part. I can say that I want a public apology. I can say that I want you to retract the statement. For example, if it's on the newspaper or maybe on social media or something like that, you clearly say that I retract this and that. Yeah. Or a demand for a public apology in addition to damages and all that.
There was one that I saw that the court gave all the three. That I almost mentioned the name of that company, but that station,
media station,
yes, had posted something false and it was proven to be false.
Okay.
Yes. So they had to how do I put it? Print a new newspaper, referring to the old newspaper, retracting the statement, and then now they wrote a letter of apology to him, and then he was awarded, I think it was 3.5 million.
Yeah. But now you see, and if you can't prove that there's damage, you'll only get the apology. Sadly, you know. And even before you get to that, before you get to what the court will award this person, there are defenses that I can come up with. For example, you say that I defamed you, that you're corrupt. Or,
is it true?
Or that you sell expired goods. If I can prove to the court that on this and this date, this guy I purchased an expired, you know, and it was not defamatory, or there's a court case against you whereby it's determined that you're corrupt. So I'm not making up anything, it's the truth.
That's the truth.
Yeah, so it means you won't get your damages from court or your favorable reliefs from court. So if it's the truth, you don't have a case. Also, if it's for example, statements made in court or in parliament, there's no recourse for that. For example, that I went and testified, even if the court determined that
you are not corrupt,
maybe but I went and testified and said that this person did this and that, you can't come and say that I defamed you in court when I was just trying to give my testimony in court, even if the court did not find you guilty. Yeah.
Wow. That court one is actually interesting. I'd never thought about it.
Yeah. So those are the different
defenses that I can come up in court with if you are the defendant in this case.
Yeah.
So I just want to finish up by saying that even as we post on X or Facebook or Instagram, we should just know that
anything you say
or do
or write, you know, about someone else can always be used against you in the court of
anytime
law.
Anytime.
So just be careful what you say in public gatherings and what you do. And actually, before we even end it, I think it will be injustice if we don't talk about hate speech. Hate speech now, you see, this the one we've talked about is civil. It's civil, like I go to court and you pay me damages or things like that. But now hate speech is criminal. Hate speech is whereby, let's say you, through your speech, you incited violence, let's say against a certain group, religious group, or ethnic group. and let's say you stirred up ethnic tensions and things like that within a certain territory or things like that. So that one is a criminal offense.
But this
civil.
one is actually civil.
Yeah.
Defamation we were speaking about.
Defamation is civil,
yeah,
like
because you cannot be arrested or
you can't be arrested for defamation. You just pay.
Yeah.
But for hate speech, just know you'll be imprisoned for, let's say, 3 years. Not let's say, it's actually a minimum of 3 years, and or a fine of 1 million. Yeah.
Wow.
So as you say on type things, just make sure that you're within within the correct bounds of free speech.
Law,
So and thank you for watching.
Yeah, I think with that we are done.
Yes. So thank you for watching. I am sure it has been very informative, and to help you even as you tweet your posts. And now it's just funny that now that it used to be Twitter, we used to tweet our posts. So now that it's X, anyway, yeah. So
we post on X.
Yeah, we post on X. So as you post, just make sure you're being very careful and all that. Yeah. So thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, comment down below, and ask us questions and tell us what you want us to talk about. Bye. See you in the next one.
See you next time. Bye.